So I am going to show you how I prepare my usual dinner meal, and it's going to be, usually it's some kind of steak, some kind of beef, and today it's going to be USDA choice beef eye of round steak. So it's super cheap, and so how I prepare it is I usually get one glove. This one's natural, powder free, and I use it so I could season it and mix it around the steak. And then I'll keep my other hand free so I can use that for the seasoning. And I'll show you how that works in just a sec. So I take the plastic off. Okay. Let's show you the meat. Alright. So what I have for seasoning today is this Lawry's sweet basil, citrus, and garlic rub. I got a big one. Got it on Amazon. It's supposed to be just like Malibu seasoning, but I like Malibu better. So you see how I'm kind of just seasoning it there? I use my glove hand to kind of pat the seasoning into the steak. Get the other side here. There you go. Kind of just rub all that seasoning on here. Nice and nice. Nice and nice. Get some of the sides. You know? See the sides. Good. Alright. And what I like to do is I like to add some olive oil onto the meat. So, kind of just rub it around like that. Get this side. And just rub it around it. I don't know. And then this way you don't have to coat the pan because the olive oil is already on the steak. So you could just throw it on the pan once it's ready. And there's how I season the steak. You want it to at least marinate for 30 minutes. But 24 hours is ideal. That's the ideal scenario, 24 hours. But if you're in a hurry, you know, I mean, you could just season it and throw it on the grill right away. What up? Okay, so let me show you how I seal it. So now that I marinated, I need to put it in the fridge and I need to save it, store it somehow. So what I do is I use these food saver plastic bags. This one is not the pre-cut one. They have pre-cut ones, but I like to cut it on my own. There's these little lines that tell you how many. I think it's 2 inches, every 2 inches. So I'm gonna cut about, let's see, 2, 4, 6. Let's do 6 inches. Cut it up. 1 sec. I'm just cutting it. These scissors are fine. Okay. So I cut it, and this machine here is my food saver. So let's align it up here. Oh, sorry, let me just get that lined up. And then I seal it. Once the light turns off, you know it's good. I like to double seal it, so I lined it up, I sealed it, I put it in a little closer so I could do a double seal. Make sure. Good to go. And now what you want to do is you want to get the steak and put it in here. There's that. Put this to the side. So the steak is in here. Now you want to seal it. Again, I like that double seal, so I'm just gonna move it a little, seal it again. And that, ladies and gents, is how I prepare the steak for the next day. In the meantime, while we let the meat marinate in the fridge, I like to do my dishes. I don't like to do my dishes, but I think it's a good time to do the dishes while I am waiting for the meat to get nice and marinated. It's a good time to put on these gloves. These are from Playtex, and I just like wearing gloves when I do my dishes because I do them often, and if you're continuously putting all that soap and water and grime on your hands, it'll eventually loosen up your skin and you're gonna start getting little bruises and cuts. And to prevent that, you just wear gloves. And remember, a dry sponge is a happy sponge. Get that back into it, you know what I mean? Because, like, washing dishes is hood. You a gangster if you wash dishes. You a gangster if you wash dishes. So with this fork here, you want to get in between these crevices, and I use the edge of the sponge to get in between of these crevices. Kind of get it in between each one. Sometimes, like when I eat eggs, the eggs get stuck in between. And there you go. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Alright, to accompany the steak, we gonna have asparagus spears. And I'll show you how I prepare these. Though I feel like I might be doing an extra step, but maybe not. You tell me. So for the asparagus, what I do is I basically snap off the bottom end for each and every one. Oh, I need to prep in my air fryer to 400 degrees. Give it at least a minute or two. And yeah, I think you're supposed to snap off the bottom because it's the hardest and you don't want it because it's going to be too chewy. But if you can handle it, I mean, again, I like to put on a glove for the marinating. So put on the glove, get some olive oil going here. That should be good. Not too much. These coat pretty easily. So let them. These are some thick asparagus. Damn, son. Some thickums. Thickums right here. Okay. So now that they're coated with olive oil, my favorite is salt and garlic powder. So I just put the salt however you like it, and I pour on the garlic powder. You can't have too much garlic powder. I love me my garlic powder. Make sure it's just garlic because they have garlic and salt variations. You don't want that one. Too much salt. You want to be able to control your salt. And they looking good. I think they looking good. All right. So what we're gonna do now? Come with me. Is fun stuff. I can't do this with this on my hand, or can I? Oh. Oops. There goes my camera. But so we're gonna put that in there for. Set a timer for 6 minutes.
6 minutes, starting now.
6 minutes should be good. What I do, because I guess you can open your windows because the steak, a lot of smoke comes out of it. So what you can do is, like what I do is I actually have something like this. This guy right here, he is my air purifier, air filtration device, and it sucks up a lot of that smoke and it turns it into clean air. So I'm gonna put that on high while I cook so it could suck up the air, the smoke, and turn it into clean air while we cook. Because if not, my fire alarm is gonna go off, and I hate it when that happens. Okay, so today is another day. It's been 24 hours since we marinated this steak. I cooked one yesterday, and maybe I'll show you some footage of that. Damn, that's a lot of smoke, man. But the pan was just smoking way too much smoke on this pan. And I think it's because this pan is old as old as old can be. How old? A few years old. And I can never get it completely clean. And I think it's I don't know, you could look at it here. I just washed it, that's why there's water, but you can see how there's these stains on them, and I think that's the pan falling apart, or it could be oil. I don't know what it is. I just know that a lot of smoke comes out of it, and it's concerning. Which reminds me, I gotta put on my air purifier. But I have a temporary solution that we will do. And that temporary solution is we will cover it. So the smoke doesn't go everywhere, but it will still go on the steak, and I hope that it will give it a kind of smoky flavor to it. Now, is the smoke that's coming out of the pan healthy? That's debatable. I don't think it is. So I'm going to buy a new pan, and that's ultimately the goal. The lesson learned is that my pan is too old, I need a new pan. But in the meantime, we can put this on top of it. Ta-da! So we gonna cook it 2 minutes each side. I already see the smoke coming out. The time 6:38. Let's wait till it gets to 6:39. You see all that smoke already? I've been using this pan a lot. Every single day. I cook eggs with it. I think I need a new pan. 6:38. I'm just waiting until the minute turns so I know exactly when it's 1 minute. There. Alright. Okay, 6:39. So for 2 minutes, 6:40, 6:41. So how's y'all's days going? How's everything? How the kids? How the parents? How the friends? How's the health? Hopefully y'all taking care of your health like I'm trying to do. Trying to take care of my health. Still got a belly. Trying to hide it from you guys. But it's still there. Though I've lost 30 pounds and I'm still losing every day. Now, I mean, if I could have a six-pack without losing all that weight, you know, I would like that, yes. But I still have a belly and I don't have a six pack, so I gotta keep losing that weight until I carve it out there, until I carve my six pack, and then we'll consider bulking. So I just been cutting this whole time, watching my calories. Oh, which reminds me, I forgot to measure this. The amount. Forgot to measure the weight. I could measure it after I cook it. That's okay. I could do that. So far it's been a minute. I put the cover on so the smoke is minimized, and it also kind of retains more heat that way. And since it just came out of the fridge, the center is going to be cold, and you want it to kind of warm up faster without burning the skin or the outside of the steak. There's no skin. 6:41. Okay, that's 2 minutes. Okay. And this is a weird cut of steak. What was it called? It's called like eye of round steak. And there's gonna be less fat in it, so it's gonna be more tough, more gamey. It's not gonna be as juicy. Like for example, the Wagyu steaks, they have a lot of fat in them, and that's what makes them so tasty and so expensive. This is so cheap because there's no fat in it, but that makes it in a sense healthier, though not the most flavorful or tender. But it's good if you're worried about like cholesterol, because the fat on the red meat is what adds to that cholesterol, that bad cholesterol, the LDL. L for I forgot. My doctor taught me something to remember it, but I forgot. Pretty sure LDL is the bad cholesterol. But so I don't, steer you guys in the wrong direction, let's check it out real quick right here on Google. Yeah, LDL is the bad cholesterol. 6:42. So one more minute. You see how there's all this steam? Okay. So again, 2 minutes on each side, and then I'm gonna do 1 minute. Okay, it's on high also. I'm cooking it on high. 2 minutes on each side on high, and then 1 minute on each side on medium. Actually, what I'll do is 1 minute on one side on medium, and then 1 minute on the other side on off. While the pan is still be hot, it'll be off. I don't know, hopefully you can remember all this. Okay, 6:43. So put it on medium. That's been 2 minutes on each side. Now I'm gonna do 1 minute on one side on medium. Yeah, the smoke is a lot more controlled now than it was yesterday. And that's thanks to the lid. 6:44. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it off now. It's been a minute. I'm gonna flip the steak. I'm gonna keep it covered. It's off, but it's still hot. The pan is still hot. So I'll let that heat cook for the steak for 1 more minute. So I'm gonna repeat what I just did. Hopefully it doesn't confuse, but makes it more makes more sense. 2 minutes each side on high. On medium, you do one side for 1 minute, and then on off, you do 1 minute on one side. Total of 4 minutes, different heat temperatures for a medium rare steak. Medium rare. Some may argue that it's. We'll see what it looks like, and then we'll argue whether or not it's actually medium rare. Okay, it's time. You're supposed to let it rest. Some people say let it rest for 5 minutes. I don't think it matters. Of course, it's still cooking now, but like barely cooking on the inside. So if you want, you can wait. I'll wait a minute, but I won't make you guys wait. We'll cut it into it right now. All right, let's cut into this baby. So yeah, that's It's about a medium to medium rare. Let's say that's medium rare or medium, depending on what picture you look at on the internet. Let's see, let's cut another piece here. I'd say that's medium rare. It's still pink in the middle. Alright, and then let's take a video of me trying a piece. Bon appetit. It's good. It's tender. I think it's more tender than the one that I had yesterday. And it looks better. The seasoning didn't burn off. Here, look at the side, look at the steak. The seasoning on the steak looks normal. Yesterday it looked like it was burning off the steak. So a good 24 hours to let it marinate is a good idea.